fundamental problem of working with 3D models is how do you draw in 3D space when there's 6 different sides to work with, top, bottom, left, right, front, back. How do you get at them and how do you draw on them? To show the problem of drawing in 3D, I'm going to draw a circle on one face of this box. So I start the circle command, I'll click a center point and I'll show the radius, and that's not particularly working. Let me orbit it to see if we're anywhere close to the box, and we're not. The solution is to turn on Dynamic UCS. If you come down here onto the status bar, you see DUCS, click that, and now when you start a command and then move the cursor over a face, you see the one face lights up. This one, or this one. So let me draw a circle on this face, click the center point, and then draw the circle. You can use the same technique to draw 3D objects on 3D objects. So let me start the box command and choose this top face, show the size of the box, the height, and there we go. Once again, orbit it around and you see it sits firmly on there. It doesn't just work with objects with flat faces, it also works on objects with round faces like the sphere. So let me start the circle command again, and this time there we draw the circle, or a 3D object like a cone. So I'll pick the cone here, there's the base and the height, and once again orbit to show that it's on the face of the sphere. Let me now show you a few additional tricks for using Dynamic UCS in special conditions. So for example, say you want to draw a circle on this face that's hidden here between these two boxes, and so let me start the circle command, and you can't really get at it. The way to get at it is to position the cursor roughly where it is and then start pressing the tab command, and BricsCAD will now cycle through all of the faces over which the cursor is, whether they're visible or invisible. So there is the face I want to draw on. I click to draw the center of the circle and then finish drawing it, and there you can see that it's been drawn on that hidden face. Another trick is if you want to draw in a plane that's in the same as the face but not on the face. So let me again start the circle command and choose a face, and I just tap the shift key and you notice the face turns darker blue. And now BricsCAD's going to remember that face, and I now move the cursor over here outside of the face, click, and then start drawing that circle, and it's now drawn in the same plane as that face. When I orbit, you can see that they're clearly drawn where I wanted them to be drawn. Finally, let me show you two most obscure parts of Dynamic UCS. If you turn on the grid and then begin drawing an entity, notice that the grid realigns itself to whichever face you've selected. This can be useful particularly if you're drawing off the face, tapping the shift key and then wanting to move the cursor around in that plane. The other obscure point is how the UCS icon reorients itself depending on how you enter that face. So as I enter the face this way, notice the UCS icon in the lower right corner. If I enter it from this way, it's in the lower left corner, and so on. So in some cases that may be important to you. Remember that the UCS icon points out the directions of the X, Y, and Z positive axis.